this button turns the wireless on. This button here with a single touch also puts the microphone on mute. Hit it again, then it's back on. So, right, so sometimes you're fiddling with it, and We had smoke on the water. Now we turn to basketball action here tonight on Zaleski Sports. It's the Merriwood South Game of the Week, kind of. We also have another one, Dan. Jason Zaleski here. Dan Ross, conference champion, will be crowned somehow tonight through some way, shape, or form. Here it's Marathon and Auburndale in Wisconsin Rapids, Stratford and Assumption. A Stratford win and an Auburndale win will need to get some sort of calculation going to figure out who the conference champ is. But some other variation, and we may know by the end of tonight who the Merriwood South Conference champ is.
We should get the strongest players arm wrestle. Yeah.
Okay.
Arm wrestle for the title. We don't really like splitting conference titles.
I don't know. Oh, a coach arm wrestle. That's what we can do. Have the coaches arm wrestle here tonight. Okay, let's see here. We've got a Brickner's A Little Chicago pregame show, right?
We do, yeah.
Yeah, okay. You know, here, I'll save you on that one. You go to Brickner's, you get your next vehicle over at Brickner's in Little Chicago. It's a short drive from Marathon. It's a short drive from here, and it's a great place with great people, with great prices. Little Brickner's, Brickner's A Little Chicago. I think that's pretty good. Okay, Dan, let's go through some of the, who are we going to be looking at tonight on either side?
Yeah, so for the visiting Marathon Red Raiders, they are led by Drew Wolfel, who leads the team in scoring and leads the conference in rebounds at only 6'1". He's the leading rebounder. The Marathon is a team that doesn't have a lot of stars. They go 7, 8, 9, sometimes 10 players deep. On the Auburndale side, everything revolves around Blake Rabb, right? And he's averaging just under 18 points a game. He went off on the first matchup between these two teams. For those that aren't aware or they somehow forgot, that was a double overtime 3-point win by Auburndale over Marathon. Marathon has played 12 one-possession games this year. 12.
And that's really unbelievable. To think of it that way, isn't it? All right, well, we'll see what we have in store here tonight. We'll take a quick break and be back for more of the Brickner's A Little Chicago pregame show right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep, and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale, we have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Auburndale Eagles and the Marathon Red Raiders. And the school song is playing, and you got something for us.
Yeah, so pretty interesting. It's senior night here at Auburndale, and a lot of times teams will play 5 seniors. They'll start 5 seniors, even if they are seniors that don't usually play a lot of minutes, right? You get the first 3, 4, 5 minutes, give your seniors some run. Not tonight, the game's too big.
It's a big game tonight, and here's my interesting, how did we get in this mess? It was Stratford beating Auburndale on Monday night. Now, I don't know if that's an upset. Probably not. You know, we were here for the Auburndale-Stratford game. Stratford, like they did on Monday, went to the halftime break with a big halftime lead. And here, that didn't work out for Stratford here. It did, though, there on Monday.
Yeah, I would say it's not an upset, but the scoring margin, the way that the game went, was a little bit of an upset for me.
a wire-to-wire win for the Stratford Tigers and a big scoring margin for Stratford on Monday night. All right, we are going to rise for tonight's national anthem.
Featuring the Marathon Red Raiders versus the Auburndale Eagles. Now, before we have our anthem, it is senior night here at Auburndale. So, we want to honor and acknowledge our seniors. So, senior players from Auburndale, please stand as their names are announced. Thomas Howey. James Norby, Ian Rao, and Blake Rao. These 5 young men deserve our thanks and gratitude for their hard work and leadership. They represent what is good and right about high school athletics. We thank you for everything, boys. You will be missed. So once again, a round of applause for the Auburndale senior boys basketball players. Now, if you're not already or able to ask you to please stand, please remove all caps. Please draw your attention to our nation's flag as we honor our country, especially those who are serving us and who have served us in our nation's military, as the Auburndale Pat Band plays our national anthem.
All right, and unless you got something, we'll keep it courtside for starting lineups. All right.
Players play, let the coaches coach, let the officials do their job, and parents, please be an example of good sportsmanship for your children. Let's have a great game from everyone.
We'll be announcing the Eagle. We're on the edge of the
Now, let's see tonight's starting lineups first. For the Red Raiders. Junior number 4, 2/3. Sophomore number 5, Garrett Brixwell. Junior number 10, Drew Wolfel. Junior number 12, Lance Snyder. And senior number 22, Cody Radke. Marathon is coached by assistant Snowstormer and Chuck Wolfel, head coach Adam Jacobson. Now the starting lineup for the Auburndale Eagles. Junior number 1, Peyton Whiteburger. Senior number 5, Blake Rao. Senior number 11, Keegan Eppy. Junior number 21, Joshua Rutgren. And senior number 24, Thomas Howey. Auburndale's coached by Susan Mike Matt Twitter, Josh McShort, and Cooper Whiteburger. Head coach, Chad Whiteburger.
All right, let's play some basketball.
Marathon in the alternate uniforms.
Whoa! I just noticed that. They got the dark side black. Welcome to the dark side.
Yeah, generally Marathon in the road red, black tonight.
All right, and we are off and running. We get a 3 right away and bottoms for true thirds.
True Thirds had a really big game. A double overtime win Monday night against Edgar.
And the band is on the field. The band is clearing out, and we get a tie-up. Oh, we get a foul. Okay, so that'll be a foul on Keegan Empey, his first, team first.
People can't see on camera, but we are baseline here at Auburndale.
It's a great view.
It is, really.
Here's Thurs on the take, outside now, 3 on the way is good. Back-to-back threes for the Red Raiders. And we get a 3 from Drew Wolfel. So first it's Thurs, then it's Wolfel, and they are interfering with senior night here in Auburndale. But then Wolfel gets tagged with a foul shortly thereafter.
And Aui had some words for him.
All right.
Because he kind of dumped Wolfel.
Okay, fair enough. Lundgren into Aui. Aui works on the low block, turns, squares, and off the mark.
Too far.
A rebound pulled down by Bracewell.
You have 5-6 inches on him. Take him to the hole, young fella.
Inside now to Wolfel. Wolfel will bring it back out. In the lane, probing, 3 launch by Schneider is good. These Red Raiders putting on a 3-point shooting example, an expedition.
Coach Jacobson's asking where this has been half the season.
Here goes Blake Rabb on the take. He's cut off there, and he was looking for Aui, threw it off the rim.
It looked like it was a pass, yeah.
Wolfel inside the free throw line with Aui on him. Here's a baseline drive for Thurs off the backboard and good. Dan, it's an 11-0 run for the Red Raiders.
Langford's going to take one here, right?
He is sitting arms crossed on the bench, watching his Eagles try to scrape out of it here.
Yeah, because the Stratford game started very similarly.
It sure did. Peyton Weinfurter up top, looking for space.
This is very close to a 5-second call.
Down low, the emphasis stays on Tom Aui.
Gotta stay vertical.
Lundgren.
Number 2.
Now Weinfurter, shot fake, didn't take the shot. Had lost the defender, gets the ball back. Rabb comes to get the ball. In comes Thurs on him, again down to Aui. Wolfel on him, and got dug out by Schneider. Inside Wolfel. Wolfel up over Aui, missed. Aui tip. The Red Raiders have it. Back outside to Schneider. Now here's Thurs. Thurs, offensive foul. Chicken wing, they call that one.
We have the ESPN booth over here in the student section.
Is it still there?
Yeah.
I don't even see it.
Yeah, it was on the floor.
Oh, okay, they moved it. All right, well, here comes ESPN crew right here, I think. Rabb, Weinfurter, baseline drive, I think.
Weinfurter 3.
So Peyton Weinfurter made himself available. And the Eagles are on the board, Dan, 3 minutes in. Red Raiders student section on their feet on the far side, left of your screen. Eagles kids on their butts. I don't know what that means. Maybe nothing.
Yeah, there's been times that Marathon has shot the ball really well early in games, and they kind of rely on it to let other teams get back into it.
Schneider picks up the foul.
Little mismatch here, guys.
Aui, though, went, they go invert, and the Eagles score it. They bring the inside out and the outside and the inside in, outside in. I promise I know what I'm saying. In my mind, I'm thinking it. Here, Radke, inside now to Wolfel. Wolfel double team there, up and under, and good. Outside, Weinberger hit a three a moment ago. That one too strong.
What a box out by Wolford.
A big box out. He pushed Aui all the way back to the logo, didn't he?
Yeah.
Schneider looks inside. Didn't like what was going on there. Here's Wolfel on the take, gets past Aui, blocked it. Schneider follows it.
Both teams' fans went crazy on one play over about 4 seconds.
Rab with it. 5 minutes off our first half clock. 10-point Red Raiders lead. Outside to Rab. Rab will launch from there. That one off the mark. So the Eagles stay with it from the outside. Schneider fires one across court to Radke. Here's a three from Wolfel is good. And these Red Raiders, Dan, are shooting lights out here in the first half.
Yeah. I have seen a lot of Marathon games this year. This is the best they've looked in the first 5 minutes of any game.
Inside Lundgren, nobody to pass to there.
Nice back there top.
All right. So that timeout you thought maybe Coach Weinberger could have, should have called, didn't, and his Eagles are figuring things out little by little. It's the last regular season game of the year. You got to trust your guys, right? To some extent. The cutter is hammered, and Cody Radke is going to go to the Jamie Wenzel Surf Pro line for a pair of free throws. Called Jamie Wenzel Surf Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration.
Cody Radke shooting 2 free throws for Marathon.
First is good. Dan, I think we got to probably tell the folks something here.
Absolutely.
There's got to be something going on.
There's got to be something. We all know how important it is to have the right insurance when you need it.
Yeah.
In Marathon, Keith Paul is your local independent insurance agent who knows just what you need. For the one source for all your insurance needs, look to Keith Paul Agency on Main Street in Marathon.
Radke cans a pair, and for his efforts, he's going to go catch a break on the bench. And in is that Blake Kraft, 24, with the new jerseys, Dan. I can't see what's going on. Or no, that's Sawyer Barons.
Barons is 20.
Yeah, that's who just came in, I think. Here's Blake Rabb, 3. That came up short. But Aiden Rabb will pick up the loose change. Rabb gets it back. Aiden dribbling. They still want to get the ball inside to Aui, and we're going to get a foul out here on the three-point line committed by River Stanicky, 6'2" senior. Coach Jacobson not happy about the foul being committed there.
Yeah, it's silly because it's 20 feet from the basket.
Okay, Weinberger to inbound. Inside they come to Aui. Aui, fader, no good. You know, last time we were here, the effort there was to get Aui touches inside also. But it was Pacelli that got the best of it on that Saturday night a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Aui has 6 inches on the entire roster. There's no reason that he shouldn't take it to the glass and run every time down.
Stanicky touched it last. It'll stay with the Eagles. Well, he's touched it a lot.
And for those that haven't seen a lot of Auburndale games, this is what Auburndale is. Slow starting first half team.
Lundgren works, Stanicky follows. Lundgren still with it. 5-second count starts now. Inside now to Aui. Aui inside to Stanicky and good. Shot launched by Peters. Offensive rebound. Stanicky blocked by Aui. Red Raiders stay with it.
Stanicky is a player that didn't play much the first half of the season, but he has practiced and played his way into the rotation.
Here's a 3, launched and hit by Logan Peters. Well, Dan, you've seen most of the Red Raiders games this year. Talk about their three-point shooting performance here tonight.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. They must have practiced it the last couple days since Monday.
They've been practicing. They've been practicing for sure. Wow, what a performance.
And I'm sure we're going to talk about it a little bit later, but this game has playoff implications, not tonight, but maybe next Saturday. Offensive call away from the ball.
Okay.
Dan is quiet.
And that three blocked off the hands of Peyton Weinfurter. Inside touch, this is Woelfel. Woelfel working, lifting, and hitting.
He's got 10 points here. He's on pace for 40-something.
Well, it's true, right? The end of the first quarter is now. But what a start for these Red Raiders here tonight. This has been something else. Lundgren took a look at it, now pulls it back down. Rab dancing around the back. Now Rab spins to the rack, came up short. Good defense there from Landon Schneider. It's frantic here, frantic there. Rab. Somehow the Eagles survived a furious onslaught there from Marathon that time down.
Shuda.
Rab still with it, pacing around the outside like an uncaged tiger. Here's Rab down low, kick out, ball worked around. Here's Aiden, three, that off the mark. Blake Rab picked up the pieces, baby. You know, that's like a puzzle, the 500-piece puzzle you did, and you get to piece number 500, where is it? It's under the table. Blake reached down and grabbed it, put it in, finished the puzzle. Inside now to Peters. Peters and one, Logan Peters.
That's a big-time finish. That's I'm a lot taller than you are. Logan Peters, 6'5", 180 wet maybe.
All right, what do you got for us, Dan?
Yeah, at Marathon City Sports Center, you'll always find great food, cold drinks, bowling leagues, and a great place for your next party or get-together. For the best in marathon dinners or get-togethers, come to Marathon City Sports Center, South Highway 107 in Marathon.
All right, well, we play unfettered here, not a timeout to be found in the whole place, although you thought there could have been one earlier.
It's a 14-point game.
Weinfurter picks up the pace as he crosses the timeline. Schneider in tow. I mean, for Auburndale, obviously, right, Captain Obvious here between the both of us, a lot of time left, but yeah, it's back-to-back slow starts for the Eagles this week.
It's true.
Inside Owie, kicked it back out. Blake, three, got it.
Hand in the face, three.
And it'll stay here, yeah. I misspoke earlier too, right? We were here against that game against Pacelli. Auburndale won that game.
Yeah.
But it was force-feeding Tom Owie that whole game. It did finally pay off in the second half for the Eagles. And they have continued to give Owie touches on the offensive end. Defense now for the Eagles. Owie defending. Skip pass over to Thurs. Thurs cut off. Here goes Shuda. Shuda stepped out of bounds.
I can't tell you how many times coaching high school athletes that dribble to the exact same spot on the floor and realize that it's not there and there's nowhere to go with the ball.
So what's the theory? They're looking for a cutter coming to the rim,
I think they
hoping
just,
it just shows up?
yeah, I think they just want to do something with the ball and they see a little baseline and you get halfway there and you're like, well, I don't know what to do with it.
Kind of like a ship captain. You get to the open sea and you crank it up a little bit. Inside to Owie, that hit off the bottom of the rim, and the Red Raiders coming away with it. Bracewell brings it up. Here it is to Schneider. Now Wolfel, back up top. Schneider, three, and he hit it. And here we get the timeout, Dan. The Eagles take the timeout. Coach Weinfurter palms up, shrugs at his guys as they come to the bench. Marathon leads 31-17 on Zaleski Sports.
At Greater Insurance Service, you're more than just a number. You're an individual with unique needs, and that calls for an insurance policy that's unique to you. Call today for more information on auto, home, health, business, and much more. Let Greater Insurance Service work for you.
And back here in Auburndale, 31-17. Eagles looking to figure some stuff out here, Dan. Let's figure some stuff out about Marathon Flooring.
Yeah, bring your home to the next level with a new floor, carpet, or upgrade for Marathon Flooring. Marathon Flooring, transforming your home from the ground up.
It's a good place to start.
It's a good place, especially when you're flooring.
Gravity and the whole works down there. All right. How many threes for the Red Raiders?
6.
6 threes through 12 minutes of work. That is unheard of.
Probably 6 of 8, 6 of 9, something right around there.
Unheard of. So Coach Weinfurter does take the timeout. Keegan Empey gets rid of it on senior night. Here's Weinfurter, Peyton variety. Blake Rabb on senior night. Blake shakes in the lane and in and out.
That's not a bad look.
Raiders nearly thrown away, chased down by Thurs. Wolfel, now here it is for Radke. Radke, same place as before, Dan. He stayed inbounds this time. And driving, missing. Bracewell looking, and Owie with the rebound. So 2 good looks inside for Bracewell, just couldn't put him in.
Happens.
Well, you got to shoot over a tall tree like Owie. Here he is on the inside. Low block touch for Tommy. Tommy dribbling. Now Aiden, reverse layup, and over to Blake actually.
That was the old YMCA 40-year-old reverse layup.
The one that comes up short on the underside of the rim.
Yep.
Yeah, I've shot that one before. And Schneider. Up top now with it is Thurs. 3 on the way, Landon Schneider. That one just a bit too strong. Ball tipped around in the hands of Keegan Empey.
You saw he wanted to shoot at top of the key. He wasn't going to let another opportunity go by.
No, and at the pace they've been hitting him, they're not afraid to shoot him either. And the drive underway from Keegan Empey comes up short. Thurs up and good.
He was beyond the backboard when he shot that. Hit his arm dragging behind it.
Had to reach back in.
16-point Red Raider lead.
I mean, who saw this? Who saw this? I don't think you could ask anybody in red and black tonight, and they would say, yeah, I saw this happening. Here's Keegan Empey in the lane, leaning and hitting.
Floating through the air like a butterfly.
And floating like a senior here on senior night. Here's Bracewell, short pass. Fortunately, he gets it back. And ball going to be won this time by Aiden Rabb. Good Eagles defense.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers starting to pile up for the Red Raiders. They've been good when they got shots up.
Weinfurter. Now, Owie will come and reset. He's going to deliver here and then go repost. There he goes.
Yeah, but look where he's posting. He's posting up 14 feet from the basket.
That's not going to work. Empey looking for a passing partner. Can't find one. Does unload to Weinfurter. Had 4 seconds on the 5-second call. 3 minutes left in the very fast-moving first half. Got a trio of Red Raiders at the scores table. A solo Eagle waiting to come in. Now, Awi better position. Under reverse layup is good for Thomas Awi. Again, I just got to point this out. Red Raiders students been standing the whole time. Eagles fans, not that enthused. Bracewell at the free throw line. Inside now to Wolfel. Wolfel had to work around the big Tom Awi, and Awi able to influence that shot. A missed shot.
At the length, it's definitely bothering the Red Raiders.
Outside now, Aiden. Weinfurter, 3 on the way. That one just a bit too strong. And we're going to get a timeout Marathon. He wants to get some of those substitutions in. Coach Jacobson calls the timeout. His Red Raiders lead by 12 on Zaleski Sports.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfeind Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
And back here to Auburndale, 2:03 left to play. They've got cake waiting for us, we were just told.
They didn't have to do that for us, but...
But hey, why not?
Yeah.
Dan, give us a Stratford Assumption update, please.
Stratford up by 11, under a minute left.
Here's a 3 on the way from Thurs. As the score stands right now, Stratford would be conference champions.
They would be.
Yep. As it stands now, and Auburndale and Stratford win tonight, and the conference would claim both of them as champions, we will break a tie.
That's true.
As it stands now, though, Stratford to be solo champions right now.
Auburndale, last Sunday, were given the number 1 seed in the sectional.
Okay.
The number 1 seed has a chance to lose to the number 2 and number 4 teams in the sectional in the last week.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on that here. They do trail by 12 at the moment. Here's Peters. Inside now for Thurs, and Thurs gets it off of Keegan Empey, and Dan's going to tell us about a fender bender.
TRW Auto Body in Mosinee offers top quality collision repair. They'll have your vehicle back the way it was quickly and efficiently, while also offering 24-hour towing and courtesy loaner vehicles and a lifetime warranty on their work. That's TRW Auto Body in Mosinee, your friendly fender bender mender. Well,
in true Thurs is your friendly backboard bender. He bent that one off the back of the backboard and in. In some areas of the country, we call it a backboard. In some areas, they call it a bankboard. You ever heard that?
I have not.
I have. Yeah, a bankboard. You know, I mean, literally, right? It's a bank shot, so some maybe interpret it as a bankboard. There's a name for those things, but it's like nipping it in the butt. There's a name. Those are called. I forget what it is. Here's Awi on the inside and good. I'll look it up at halftime.
So what's interesting about that is Wolper got his second foul. He got subbed out and didn't hand Awi off on the inbounds.
Here's Schneider rising. Rebound on the inside. Pulled down by Bracewell. Red Raiders get a chance to reload. 30 seconds left in the half. Here it is to Thurs. Outside, 3 on the way. You better count it. That's Ian Shuta for 3. Dan, those are called eggcorns.
Oh, okay.
It's words that are mispronounced, but maybe you can see why.
Yeah.
An eggcorn instead of an acorn, a bankboard instead of a backboard. Yeah. I don't think Blake's shot was influenced with the Red Raiders. Here we are, and yeah, that'll fly down to the baseball diamond. All right, halftime is here. Marathon, a 15-point lead. They lead 38-23. Coming up next, our People's State Bank halftime show will be back. Dan will have some stats. I'll have some good things to say. All that and more after this on Zaleski Sports. Did I do that right? People's State Bank halftime?
It started out as a hobby. I was making maple wine a little. It started out as a hobby. I was making maple wine a little, ended up with some extra sap, made the maple syrup. Well, the next year when I started switching things over to maple syrup, I bought a little piece of equipment for $250 and got it working. And my wife came out and she saw I was spending some money on this hobby. She came out and she was talking to me. She says, "Mitch, this one better make money." Because I hunt and I fish and neither one of those ever made money.
At the very beginning, I was homeschooling 4 girls, so I was pretty busy. The girls and I would go out into the woods and tap the trees and collect the sap, haul it back. It's really good spring exercise, for sure. I still can't believe we're as big as we are, you know. But I guess, you know, living in America, we have that potential to take a small idea and grow it.
Our product's available to pretty much any store in the United States right now, including our product is in Hawaii, California, all the way up the West Coast, across the Midwest. The stores and the distributors saw this disabled guy going out, working hard to support his family with the support of his family. In 2006, I was in a hunting accident. Tree stand that I was in broke. I fell 20 feet, broke my neck. After being rescued, airlifted up to Memorial Hospital in Minneapolis. I was up there for a month, went through surgery, and then going into rehab, I realized I needed help. You can accomplish a whole lot more working with other people, utilizing that synergy that you get from people.
So as the business grew, it grows in complexity and it grows in needs, but we really need other people. We all need other people.
There were producers that needed to be paid a deposit or a certain amount up front for them to hold their product for us that we were committing to take. A friend of mine who works with Peoples told us, "Hey, these guys are good. You should go talk to them." And so I talked to People's State Bank. They were able to work with us. They were able to extend the line of credit that we needed. If we didn't have the help from People's, we wouldn't have been able to grow this company as quickly as we did. We got a loan for this warehouse so that we could create the space we needed to grow.
Working with Clint at People's State Bank has been awesome because he shares his life with us and he cares about our lives.
At the end of the day, it's just working with them and listening to what they're telling me.
It's a relationship. It's not just, here, I need money, okay, here it is. It's you talk and you learn about one another and they learn about your business intimately.
It feels good to know that I'm a part of what helps them reach their dreams, reach their goals.
I've had people, "Oh, it's a tragedy you broke." No, if I wouldn't have broken my neck, Skinny Sticks wouldn't exist. We're doing this together and they may not understand that the depth of how that affects me, but that's one of the most important things about doing this, is working together.
This, Jim.
It's the People's State Bank halftime show. We are at halftime here with Marathon, out to a 15-point lead. Dan, let's talk about that first. You talk about filling up the basket, and the Red Raiders have filled it up in the first half.
Yeah, 7 threes from the outside. A lot of contributions from what you probably expect, the top 2-3 guys, but Marathon has been prone to a lot of turnovers, especially the last couple of games. They're doing a pretty good job keeping the ball away from the Eagles tonight. But man, making shots really hides a lot of the ills that you've seen. This is a team that on Monday night played double overtime against Edgar, who has had struggles this entire year. It's a completely different team coming out tonight.
And I would think one of Coach Jacobson's concerns coming into this one was the inside presence for the Eagles, Tom Aui and maybe a couple others, but that may be negated in the second half. You're down by 15. I don't know how much you can pound the paint. We'll see what Coach Weinferter decides to do. Let's start with Marathon. They've got 38 points. Dan, who's filling it up for the Red Raiders?
Yeah, Drew Wolfel has 10 first half points. He
Double
is
digits.
At his season average. 9 points for True Thurs. He's at his season average. 8 points for Landon Schneider. He's over his season average. 6 points for Logan Peters. He's over his season average.
This is insane.
3 points apiece for Ian Shuda and Cody Ratke. The Marathon Red Raiders, despite being outsized at virtually every position, 3 of 3 at the free throw line.
What a performance, 38 points. I'm sure it's their high total in the first half this year. I will say it is. Auburndale Eagles, 23 points. Dan, how'd they get there?
Yeah, not at the free throw line. They have not shot a free throw yet tonight.
It's pretty unusual for an Eagles team.
It really is.
Yeah.
8 points for Peyton Weinfurter. That's almost his season average. 7 points for Blake Rabb. He averages 17 a game. 6 points for Tom Owie. 2 points for Keegan Empey. And that's it.
All right, well, the Eagles come back on the floor. We will take a quick break, be back, get you ready for second half action right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep, and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
Looking for a new or different career path right here in Marathon? Look no further than Machine on Maratech Avenue in the Marathon Business District. Hiring for fabrication and more, this local company offers competitive pay and plenty of flexibility. Machine is locally owned and operated and is a proud supporter of the city of Marathon. Good luck to the Marathon High School athletes this season from Machine on Maratech Avenue in Marathon.
Access Insurance is your complete independent insurance agency for auto, home, business, and life insurance serving Wisconsin and Minnesota. Insurance can often be confusing and frustrating, but with Access Insurance you get experienced advisors that pair you with exactly the coverage you need at the most competitive prices for every stage of life. Located in Weston and a proud supporter of area high school athletics, their business truly does revolve around you. Learn more at accessinsurance.net or by calling 715-355-8400.
And back here in Auburndale, just about 3 minutes left before we start second half. Dan, I had this in there when we talked just a moment ago about the Eagles and their path to get back in this one. And Coach Weinfurter hopes that they shoot better. I mean, they're getting shots. But, the shots got to fall, and for the Red Raiders, they have fell. I guess you tell me what you think we're looking at here. I said maybe they can't go back inside, but maybe they can, or at least they can to some goal. The first 6 minutes, first 8 minutes. In Coach Weinfurter's mind, there's probably some timing mechanism to we're going to play our regular stuff.
Yeah. So contrasting talks in the locker room, I'm sure. Auburndale has to get Blake Rabb going. Rabb is going to have to probably score 20 to 25 if Auburndale is going to come back in this one. Continue to feed Owie inside. I think Owie hasn't really developed much of a post game. I mean, this is his first real year playing varsity basketball. But it's going to be probably Peyton Weinfurter from the outside. It's going to be Blake Rabb taking over the game. Auburndale has to get stops on the defensive end, one and done. If you're Coach Jacobson, you went into this locker room saying, we had a 12-point lead over Auburndale late in that game, right? Yeah. It's a 15-point game now. We have seen Auburndale come back game after game after game, especially on this floor. You have to treat this game like it's 0-0 at halftime. You have to try to win the second half.
Okay. Strategy is brought to you by Dan Ross tonight.
That's what I'm here for.
There we go. Let's do this. Let's send it back up to Braden. A 30-second break. Second half right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Marathon's favorite bowling alley and family fun center is Marathon Sports Center on Highway 107 in Marathon. Birthday parties, nights out with the family, night leagues, dinner with the family, and so much more is all under one roof at Marathon Sports Center. Open for lunch and dinner on Wednesday through Sunday with a menu that includes burgers, pizza, nachos, Friday fish fry, and so much more. You'll love the fun, energetic atmosphere with plenty of TVs to watch the big game and plenty of space for your next celebration or event at Marathon Sports Center on Highway 107 in Marathon.
And back here in Auburndale to start the second half in Wisconsin Rapids, it is Stratford 42 and Assumption 29. And here as second half underway, it is Marathon 38 and Auburndale 23. So again, at current state, you've got a Stratford Merriwood South championship right now, current state.
And Auburndale had a 1-game lead coming into the week.
And they had a 1-game lead coming into the week. How about that?
The Auburndale fans coming to their feet for the first time tonight.
Well, they've obviously heard me talking about this. Weinfurter comes up too strong. Cody Radke with the rebound. People at home are messaging these kids. Hey, Zaleski says you're sitting down. Is that true? Yeah. Get up. Okay. Inside to Thurs, up and in. So Marathon starts right where they leave off. Get the ball, get it to your shooter, get your shot made.
Basketball is a game of numbers. Just because Marathon shot good in the first half does not mean it's going to continue.
Weinfurter to the corner. Rab was cutting back up top, out of bounds to the Red Raiders.
Credit to the Marathon students. They have not sat down the entire game.
I'm in awe.
You know, they said, we have an hour drive home. We're going to stand up now. It's not quite an hour, but whatever it is.
Close enough, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We can sit when we get home. Good hands there from Blake Rabb. Denied the pass.
Good hands by the coach.
Did he get it?
Yeah.
All right.
It was the JV coach.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. That I can believe. Skip pass over to Radke. Radke looking. And the hands now with Bracewell. Woelfel. Red Raiders patient this time down. The Auburndale clap chant starts. 3 on the way from Schneider. Short. Owie rebound, so they stopped them that time.
Yeah, Radke's shot looked like he had tired legs there.
17 points, though. They're going to have to stop them a lot. And that's the challenge for the Eagles. I mean, you need to work 100% of the time. This side and that side. You got to keep working now the entire game. Do you have enough energy to do that for the entire half? Here, Blake Rabb pulls up on the baseline, that off the mark. Gets his own rebound after the Owie tip out, and Rabb scores. And a bit of a relief cheer there from the people in blue in the gym, wasn't it?
It sure felt that way.
Yeah. Took the Eagles over 2 minutes to score their first points in the second half. Turnaround for Thurs is good.
That was a tough shot.
So Red Raiders turn it around, answer right back.
We were here for that Auburndale-Stratford game.
Yeah.
And Blake Rabb had a great second half, but Lundgren hit a whole bunch of threes down the stretch. I almost wonder if the Eagles have to have someone like a Lundgren or something out of nowhere.
Here he is, and he made it. The Swami, Dan Ross. Well, every time I guess I'm being a little exaggerative here, if that's a word, but I mean, it seems like every time down, Auburndale's got to have to score. Well, it seems like.
Especially if Marathon's going to run clock.
Yeah. Wide open 3 on the way is off the mark. Lundgren with the rebound on the miss from Radke.
Chris is going to get loud if they score this time down.
Both student sections on their feet. We've got some top row bleachers standing people as well. Blake Rabb, 3 is just off the mark. Owie rips down the rebound, turns and hits.
These fans have seen this all year, right?
Here come the Eagles. Down by 12. Let's not get too crazy. But there's some energy here from the folks in blue. There's energy being transmitted from the bleachers down to the floor. Bracewell. Woelfel. Here's Thurs cut off there by Rabb. And we're going to get a foul on Aiden Rabb. He attempted to deny the entry pass and swiped the arm.
That's only the second foul of the game on Auburndale. Just like these players bring their best to the court, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with trusted, local, affordable service.
All right, I think Ridgetop Exteriors may have installed the doors here because I think somebody was trying to break into the doors to the left of us and they couldn't get in. Here's down low and blocked but fouled by Owie on the take from Drew Wolfel. So Wolfel that time post up Owie and got the best of him.
Patient that time. The last couple of times that he came down, Wolfel faked once, went up the second time, did the exact same thing, but the second was a fake and got Owie up in the air.
Here's Wolfel, hits on the front end. Get a reminder, if you need a place for all your half pints of Little Tykes, Little Sprouts Learning Garden right here in Auburndale will take them under their wing, as the Eagles do. Little Sprouts Learning Garden of Auburndale.
By far the cutest commercial on the network.
It's great, isn't it?
It is.
All right, so a pair of free throws from Wolfel. Handoff here to Rabb. Now Weinfurter. Eagles weave around the top of the arc.
Marathon switching up top quite a bit.
Rabb three is off the mark, and Thurs will chase down the rebound. It seems like if everybody in blue could come down and help on a defense, if they were allowed, they would. I mean, they are trying to live right through their Eagles 5 on the floor right now, attempting to will every ball to go in the basket on their side and every block to be made on the other side. Patient this time are the Raiders, and Rabb will steal it. Red Raiders get back on defense, and we get a foul on the other side, and the foul is going to be called on Lundgren. I was not looking that way, so I can't tell you what it was. I can only tell you the foul on Josh Lundgren. Yeah. That is his first.
It was not a popular call in this gym, is what I would say.
Okay. Well, tough luck.
Already 13 minutes left, 5 minutes into the second half.
I mean, the first half flew by.
Yeah.
It was less than 30 minutes of an 18-minute clock. Wolfel looks over the top of Owie. Now in the corner is Thurs. Thurs got around Rabb, and last off for the Eagles. The Eagles players are asking, did you touch it? No. Did you touch it? No.
Yeah, I think the officials probably missed a foul and they just kind of called it out of bounds. Like that happens sometimes. Probably shouldn't.
That was passed in off the back of Lundgren. There's Wolfel working and hitting.
Got away with a little bit of a hook. 14 for Wolfel.
16-point lead for Marathon. Here's Rabb in the lane. Threw it up off the backboard and is going to get the foul. And he's going to go to the Jamie Wenzel Serve Pro free throw line.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is one of those instances where if you're Wolfel's teammate, you take that foul, be like, sorry, that was on me. Weix's Bar and Grill offers a full menu of lunch and dinner options with burgers, appetizers, weekly specials, and Friday fish fries. Make your plans for lunch and dinner at Weix's Bar and Grill on County Road S between Marathon and Edgar.
You know, I need a Friday fish fry tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see where I go. Here's Rabb, hits again. So a couple of free throws for Blake Rabb. And I talk about this a lot, Dan, when I talk about comeback strategies. But making your free throws is so important when you're in trail position because the clock is stopped for one, but you're able to get points. But answering back, again, is Wolfel in the Red Raiders. They continue to lead big here into the second half. Strong take from Peyton Weinfurter. He'll head back to the Jamie Wenzel Serve Pro free throw line. So Eagles trying to get to the free throw line as often as possible here.
Marathon Cheese is made up of a family of employees founded in the heart of Wisconsin local dairyland. It is the people who work at Marathon Cheese who bring such passion and commitment to make Marathon Cheese so special. For your next career move, consider joining the Marathon Cheese family and apply at mcheese.com.
You think they'd let me work there for 1 hour a month whenever I go to Marathon? I can just come an hour early and make some cheese real quick?
Maybe.
I'd consider if they let me.
Do you get to keep it?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'll buy it.
You see Auburndale trying to trap at half court. Just trying to do something a little bit different to get the Marathon offense off kilter.
There's Thurs working on Weinfurter. Kick out, 3 on the way from Shuta is good. Shuta is a Shuta.
Biggest leader of the game for the Red Raiders.
So you think about that, right? All the Eagles' efforts, Dan, and they have lost ground into the second half. 11 and a half to play. Take a timeout here. You're watching high school boys basketball on Zaleski Sports.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
And back here in Auburndale, you can see him, okay. Back here in Auburndale, 51-33. Yeah, back in the late 80s, late 80s, NFL had a campaign. They would actually call personal fouls on the crowd for making too much noise. That lasted about a season and a half.
I do remember that.
It lasted about a season and a half.
Yeah, because the offense couldn't hear.
Yeah, well.
that was the reason.
Yeah, I know it, but that was the whole point of it.
Yeah.
All right, back to basketball now, and more free throws coming up for the Eagles. This time it'll be Aiden Rabb to the free throw line. Yeah, the Buffalo Bills Stadium would get loud. Anything indoors would get loud. And they would give a warning first, the officials would. The crowd would boo and boo and boo, but then they were quiet later on. Free throw made for Aiden Rabb.
Do you know what I miss? Is Bud Light commercials on NFL, counting down the top 5 NFL players of all time, and number 1 being Al Del Greco every week.
A great kicker.
Do you remember those commercials?
Oh, yeah. Here's Lundgren.
Second chance opportunity here for the Eagles.
It sure is. And second chance for Rabb in the lane. Missed on that attempt. And Aiden will get his own rebound. Lundgren, 3. No. Another offensive rebound. Eagles down by 17, under 11 to play.
Marathon really struggled clearing it last week.
3 for Blake Rabb is good.
Edgar feasted on the offensive board.
Radke giving off to Thurs. Eagles fans want defense. Owie, deflection. Lundgren with the steal. Coming down, Dan. Everybody in the gym on this side looked at the clock. Eagles fans checking the clock and the scoreboard. Aiden, pump fake, knocked away by Peters. Down now to Thurs. Stolen by Blake Rabb. Rabb, and may have tweaked his ankle. Peters may have tweaked his ankle. And we're going to get a timeout here. Let's keep it here for just a second. From the Errors and Emissions Department, Dan. Wycus Bar and Grill.
Wycus.
Yeah.
Wycus.
Wycus's?
Wycus's?
Okay. I've never been there.
Are we getting yelled at?
We should go. Yeah, but that's all right. It's not the first time I've got yelled at in my life. Ben checking out the game tonight, says Marathon owns Auburndale. Ben, be careful. I'm not a big fan of your username. The first one to send you packing, Ben, so keep it clean. 9:36 to play. All right, so we're about to enter the fourth quarter. This is why I wanted to keep it here. The lead is 14. What have we seen in the second half?
Well, Marathon came out trying to run some clock. Auburndale here the last 3-4 minutes has tried to speed up the Marathon offense by trying to press at the half-court line. And it has worked last couple times down. Marathon's turned it over because they're getting a little bit frantic. This is a good timeout by Coach Jacobson just to calm the guys down and just say to be strong with the ball. Don't get into the running up and down. We don't need layups. We'll take them, but there's no reason to get all in a panic here, guys.
And he takes the full timeout to give himself time for that explanation. All right, Red Raiders inbound. Coming up on fourth quarter play here in Auburndale. Stolen. Peyton Weinfurter. Layup. Go, no.
Uncontested it. Yeah.
9:21 on the official clock.
Heard the footsteps, though.
And he was checking the whole time down. Here's Blake Rabb. Back to Weinfurter. Looked at a three. Now inside the lane. Floats and hits. Difficulty level went up. Hit the layup that time.
Auburndale trailed at about 12 with 9 minutes left in marathon, and that is where we are.
So here we go. Fourth quarter here in Auburndale. Looking for a conference champion here tonight. Shuda. In the hands now is Stanicky. Down low to Bracewell. Bracewell inside Thurs. Wild shot. Red Raiders get it back, and Thurs puts it in.
That's true. Thurs wanting it more.
And that's just kind of been Marathon's night, right? Even after a wild shot, they're able to find a way to score points.
Yeah, he didn't give up on it. He was the only one who knew how bad of a shot it was.
Here it is to Owie. Owie works outside. Lundgren hit it. 11-point game. And out of bounds for the Red Raiders. And substitution coming in. This will be Keegan Empey coming in. Out goes Aiden Rabb. Everybody in the gym is into this one now.
Snyder comes in for Stanicky to get another guard on the floor.
Blake Rabb on the outside. 8 to play. Lundgren. Thurs on him. Here's a three from Weinfurter. Lundgren, another offensive rebound for the Eagles. Rabb, three on the way is short. And a foul is going to be called, and it's going to go on the Red Raiders.
That's going to be number 4 on Wolfel. That is a really tough foul.
They've got 3 on the board for Wolfel.
And that's on Thurs.
Okay.
Hold on. They called it on Thurs.
Okay, so Thurs picks up his third. Wolfel stays with 3, but that's a situation to watch for both.
I thought it was on Wolfel. Wolfel was boxing Owie out. So he kind of had the arm trying to pull him off, but yeah.
Empey circling. Now looking for a passing partner. Finds one in Rabb. Rabb, yep, defended by Bracewell. 3 on the way is short. Racing down the floor of the Red Raiders. Layup, no good for Landon Schneider. Here's Empey. Empey in the corner right in front of us. Points this time down for the Eagles. It's going to be a single-digit deficit. Weinfurter cut off there by Shuda. 3 for Lundgren. He got it! Basketball game now, Dan Ross. Red Raiders going to slow it down. Into Thurs. Swung. Corner 3 is off the mark. Rebound for Schneider. And 3 missed by Shuda, but Red Raiders able to get the ball back. Near steal. Ball on the floor. And we get a jump ball.
It looked like Rabb got away with pushing away, but this is Merrittwood South basketball.
It's Merrittwood South.
You got to play through it.
Got a conference championship on the line. Stratford leads now by 17 in Wisconsin Rapids. So Stratford doing its part to claim it for Merrittwood rules, a share of the conference championship. For conference title, Red Raiders playing spoiler here tonight. 3 on the way again for Shuda. Didn't get it. Eagles trail by 8. They have trailed by as many as 17 and a half. Shirt untucked? No, he's tucked in. Never mind. Lundgren hands off to Rab. Rab takes a screen from Alley, and we're going to get a foul on Peters up top. So 5th team foul on Marathon. That was just the first on Peters, so no issue there. Here's Weinfurter dribbling in front of his own bench. Inside to Owie. Owie backing in on Wolfel, turning, no good. Rebound pulled down by Thurs. Another rebound for the Red Raiders.
Marathon's got to take better shots on this half of the floor. Don't need to settle for threes.
Shoot him, gives back to Schneider. Inside Thurs. Thurs had Owie up in the air and made him pay.
Get easy baskets, fellas.
Lead balloons back to 10.
5:25 left.
There's a 3 from Lunger, that off the mark. Coming right to you, Dan.
For all your personal, business, auto, and life insurance needs, there's always a local agent you can look to at Access Insurance. Have a friend in your corner to customize the coverage you need. Learn more at accessinsurance.net. Access Insurance Agency, their business revolves around you.
It's clever, it's cunning. Inside feed to Wolfel on the dime from Shuda.
18 for Drew Wolfel.
Wow, what a performance here tonight. Wolfel ruining senior night for these Eagles. Take from Empey, knocked out of bounds by Thurs. Under 5 to play, lead back to 12. It has been as little as 8, as much as 17 here in the second half.
It's an Auburndale game.
It for sure has been an Auburndale second half. Owie, over to Rapp. Rapp, deep 3, that no good.
The last couple times down, Rabbis looked really, really frustrated. Probably more about the score than his own play or teammates, obviously. But he's doing a lot of scoreboard watching as he comes down the floor every time down.
Shoot him, off now to Schneider. And ball bouncing out of bounds. It'll be Marathon basketball.
I think Wolfel sold that, right? Because looked like he was going to go after it.
He kind of went flailing out of bounds.
Yeah,
right?
and he's like, yeah, that wasn't off me.
Into Thurs it comes, took a look at the rim, asked for it back. Doesn't get it back. Now, baseline drive by Radke. Schneider, 3 on the way is good.
That might be the dagger.
Landon Schneider puts the Red Raiders up by 15. Do the Eagles have home court magic left here tonight? Last regular season game, senior night. Cutting empty from Owie. And Coach Weinfurter calls the timeout. Under 4 to play. Marathon leads by 13 on Zaleski Sports.
ZaleskiSports.com has leveled up. Go to ZaleskiSports.com and choose your favorite schools for easy navigation. From the homepage, choose your school to see team records, upcoming schedules, and past results. Use the video icon to launch the next broadcast. Use the arrow icon to watch any previous broadcast. See the full weekly schedule too. Level up at ZaleskiSports.com.
You should apply for an open opportunity at Marathon Cheese.
It's where you want to start your career. We have a lot of long-term commitment employees. They work with you and it's great pay, great benefits.
I choose to stay at Marathon Cheese because there's always an opportunity.
Marathon Cheese has worked really great for me and my family.
They donate money to different charities and different things that bring the community up.
There's an opportunity to grow in this company.
Working here at Marathon Cheese has given me a great work-life balance.
I wouldn't work anywhere else. I love working at Marathon Cheese.
And coming out of the Auburndale timeout, Marathon leads by 13. Red Raiders will inbound. The friendly staff at Swiss Country Corner Mart in Blenker serves up a large selection of food made to order daily. Fish fry, chicken dinner, awesome pizza. Drive in today on County Road P just off Highway 10 in Blanker. Family owned and operated for more than 100 years. Stratford leads by 16. Marathon leads by 13.
That game has a minute left.
So Stratford is going to do what it needed to do tonight, looking for a conference championship. Marathon, a strange bedfellow for Stratford right now. How many online right now are looking up bedfellow? A few, I think.
You're going to be careful what you search for.
Yeah.
With anything with bed.
3:40 to play. Shuda. Outside now to Schneider. Thurs corralled it. Now Thurs on the baseline. He'll kick it back out. Red Raiders work the clock this time down. Here's Wolfel, and he hit it.
20 points for Drew Wolfel.
Season high?
Yeah, it has to be.
We're going to say it is. And another three-pointer off the mark for the Eagles, and not able to save it. It's going to be Red Raiders basketball.
Just not enough magic tonight. Yeah, Marathon kids are getting scolded by the officials.
Yeah, they're going to be asked to get off the floor and stand on the bleachers. Now, I don't know why, but there's 5 Auburndale kids on the floor, and they get to stay on the floor. I'm just saying, these are just facts. Shuda off the mark, Lundgren with the rebound.
Kind of a dumb shot there. Layups or fouls, that's what you're doing.
Grab, ball in hand. He's launched a number of threes. Now Weinfurter off back iron, no good. A rebound yanked down by Radke, taken away by Rav. Nope, we get a jump ball. And it's going to be Auburndale basketball.
We have a very unique view down here because we saw Logan Peters get fouled, and then we saw Blake Rabb get fouled right after that, right? Very unique perspective. Looking at the waists of all the players.
Yeah, usually we're looking at the top of their heads.
Popcorn's pretty good tonight. I would say it's probably the second best in the area.
It's the second best in Wisconsin, according to some. I tell you, that Greenwood popcorn is fantastic. I mean, it was out of this world. I had it on Tuesday, and that was after the selection was made. Again, congratulations to both Greenwood and Auburndale, and all the rest of our popcorn participants from the Fox Valley, Milwaukee, Eau Claire area, Central Wisconsin. Congratulations, one and all, for serving up popcorn, because some don't.
It's true. It's some of it's bad.
So the inbound play to Howie works.
Yeah, Marathon been very susceptible to that the last couple of games. These nano out of bounds baseline plays, can't defend it.
Peters gets trapped in the corner. And Marathon will call the timeout. I think we're good to keep it here for the duration. 2.5 to play. Stratford is winners. So Stratford has guaranteed themselves a part of a conference championship, and Dan has guaranteed himself to tell you about our other sponsors today.
Yeah, just a special thanks to all of our Marathon sponsors. Brickner Motors of Little Chicago, AH Machine, Wycus Bar and Grill. I appreciate constructive criticism, online people. I really do. TRW Auto Body, Marathon City Sports Center, Marathon Flooring, Marathon Cheese, The Copper Mug, Access Insurance, Mark's Chiropractic, and Underwood Construction. These are the reasons that we are able to bring you free high school sports all season long, including next week when the boys' playoffs begin.
That's right. Playoffs for these two teams and Stratford begin on Friday. They will play winners of Tuesday quarterfinal games.
Marathon likely to see Phillips, a rematch, Friday night. And if the brackets hold to order, be another game here next Saturday night. Marathon at Auburndale.
I talked to Coach Jacobson a little bit. I said, if things go according to both of your plans, you're going to play each other again. And he just, smiled and nodded. But that's, both want, I suppose Auburndale could say, well, we prefer to play Phillips or somebody else instead. But both are doing what they think they're going to do. They're going to see each other next week, Saturday.
Yeah, and
here in Auburndale.
Yeah, and I would say that it's this isn't one of those situations where Auburndale's trying to hold back just in case. Auburndale's playing for a conference title tonight. They want to put a year up on the banner.
Well, looking more and more like that will not happen here tonight. And Stratford will clinch an outright Merriwood South Conference championship.
You know, the preseason publications and stuff, they don't get a lot of things right.
Yeah.
But they did have Stratford winning this conference, and Auburndale's second.
So big ups to Mark Miller then. He was certainly one of them.
In the yearbook.
Yep, our friendly face at Prep Hoops.
Good to see Mark on the seed selection show.
Yeah. He and I talked afterwards on my way home that night, and I told him congrats, and he said, for what? I said, well, for picking out your very finest sweater out of the closet that morning and wearing it on the show. And he said, well, that's about all I had to do. I just drove there and showed up, and you know, if you notice, Mark, he didn't have any notes. There was nothing in front of him. It's all just coming out of the wheelhouse up top.
Auburn with a chance to pull it to 10 here.
That Marathon comes up empty from the free throw line. Winesford are too strong. And Empey crashed the boards, couldn't grab it, and Blake Rabb's going to get called with a foul. That'll be number 8, and back to the free throw line goes Marathon.
So why don't you tell us about what's coming up tomorrow night on Zaleski Sports? Do you know offhand?
I know a couple things offhand. First, though, how about a score from our Wood County neighbors to the west? Marshfield beats Wisconsin Rapids in their regular season finale, 84-44. And again, Marshfield learns if they score more than 50, they get a really good chance at winning a basketball game. When they don't, AKA on Tuesday night, you go to Nina and score 48 or whatever it was, you're going to lose, and they did. Yeah, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, you say? Let's see what we got going on here tomorrow. We got all kinds of playoff action tomorrow. Let's start first with playoffs in girls basketball. Holman at Marshfield, Fox Valley Lutheran at Wapaka, Loyal at Assumption, Greenwood at Alma Bancroft, Columbus Catholic at Pittsville, and Three Lakes at Pacelli. And then a pair of sectional final games to go to state hockey games on the boys' side tomorrow. It's Mosinee and Tomahawk in Mosinee, and Oakland Memorial and Wausau West, a game I'll be at in Chippewa Falls.
Oh, road trip.
It is a road trip. Yep, I'll be with Bob Bradovich, Mike Swengler. He's the 19U Team Wisconsin hockey coach. And my main man, Dom, over there, cutting it up on the ones and twos.
It is really getting to the end of the season. My wife asked me, how many games do you have left? And I'm like, you know what? Not that many, actually.
No. Wrestling Individual State is going on right now in Madison.
I should have you read some kids' names.
I won't.
I did it yesterday.
That's a job for you.
You know what? Hopefully, for those that saw the weekly show that was pre-recorded, try to shine a light on these individual state wrestlers.
Rab 3 and Empey with the rebound. Just about a minute and a half to play here, Dan. It's going to be a Marathon Red Raiders win tonight. Winesford pulls up in the lane and hits. And I think back to that 11-0 start for Marathon. It's going to be a wire-to-wire win. And aside from just that brief moment around 8 minutes left here in the half, it's been a double-digit lead for 95% of this game for Marathon.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
Yeah, Coach Jacobson got the guys ready to play. We talked about trying to win the second half. They were up 15 at the half, and they're going to be right around there.
Some had asked about the number 6 ranking for Auburndale, and again, those are based on the seed scores. What that means is when the playoffs begin on Tuesday, Auburndale, according to their season's work, is the 6th best team in Division 4, according to the math. They are the number 1 seed in the Merriwood postseason tournament that begins on Tuesday. Again, you went through all the Marathon conference teams in that bracket. There are many.
Marathon all of a sudden really struggling from the line. Missed the last 4.
No, thankfully for them, they got a 13-point buffer and won't matter a whole lot. Wolfel does hit on the back end.
Yeah, if these teams play next Saturday night, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a war.
It'll be bedlam in here.
Yeah.
And there's a very good chance that's what we're going to see on Saturday as Lundgren steps around Wolfle. Auburndale calls the timeout.
Yeah. 11 second half points for Lundgren, all after I said that they needed to get going.
Well, that's what happens when you sit on the floor. They're able to hear you in that way.
Remember that Stratford game? He loves that spot over there.
Yeah.
The Stratford game, he hit 3-4 in a row from the exact same spot on the floor.
I think, yeah, you said, maybe this is kind of a bad week for Auburndale, right? You lose your last 2 conference games to 2 teams that are in your section, in your half section.
Yep.
And you're going to have some thinking to do because you won't have another game until Friday when the playoffs start. So you don't get to correct anything until it's all on the line next week on Friday, and that's an unnerving feeling.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing that they're going to get the 8-9 winner. I don't remember who it is off the top of my head. And that's a game that they should be able to handle, right? Work on things up the whole next rest of the week, a week later. Work on some things, come out, take care of business Friday night, get ready for what's going to be a war Saturday night.
There you go. So Auburndale senior Derek Goddard, individual wrestler, has moved on tonight.
He might be in the quarterfinals now.
Congratulations to Derek.
I think the bracket is 24. And I think most of those first round matches are early morning. Turnover. Stolen back, maybe.
Okay. Auburndale's going to come out of it. Down by 12. Rab's going to lean into it. And 3 free throws coming up for Blake Rab. You asked Dan and I deliver. It is Crandon at Colby on Tuesday. Winner there plays Auburndale here on Friday.
Yeah, I mean, just knowing those 2 teams, Auburndale should be a lot better than those 2 teams. You never know. It's the playoffs.
I am 90-something% sure that it was Crandon and Colby last year in that first game. Winner played and got beat by Marathon a couple days later.
It's funny how that happens on that 7-10, 8-9 line year after year.
How about a high school baseball score? I'll wait till after the free throw here.
Chance to pull it to 9.
All right. Need a steal, right? Got to have a steal. Cross half-court line, then you got to get a foul. You're across half-court line.
Get to the best free throw, sir. That's going to be Wolfle and Thurs.
There's the foul, finally. As Lundgren chases down Peters.
Too much time came off the clock on that. Lost 12 seconds.
We're dabbling in Alabama high school athletics. And the Mary Montgomery Vikings beat the Gulf Shores Dolphins 3-1 tonight. The Vikings got a run in the first and 2 in the second. Dolphins scratched 1 across in the 5th, but too little too late. Vikings beat the Dolphins 3-1. High school baseball.
They played 7 innings, I assume?
7 innings, yep. Same NFHS rules, yep. People at home are like, huh? Weinfurter. 3 off the mark, and Rab's going to land out of bounds with the ball. And the Red Raiders students finally get gutsy enough to do the I Believe We Will Win chant.
And here come the seniors of the JV.
Okay. So Auburndale seniors take their final regular season walk off the floor. They'll be back on this floor again next week, Friday. Chance to atone for what happened here tonight. Coming up next, our Merrill Steele post-game show.
Who made that?
Waiting for it to turn around. Here we get Blake Kraft, the runner. Merrill Steel postgame show coming up. Dan will be on the floor with Coach Adam Jacobson as senior James Norby hits for the Eagles. And the buzzer sounds, and that does it. Good news for Auburndale at the end. They get a senior James Norby to come in with a bucket. But Marathon Red Raiders, the story is them tonight, and the Stratford Tigers are Merriwood South Conference champions here in 2025. Again, Merrill Steel postgame show coming up shortly. Dan Ross, Coach Adam Jacobson, and our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game. All that and more right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our three facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill Steel is our in-house blasting and painting capabilities. Many projects require a complex coating system, and that's where we shine above the competition. We regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as intumescent fire protection when needed. We hold the endorsement for sophisticated paint and coating from AISC. This, along with our NACE certified inspectors, ensure a high-quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwiched between the end of production and shipping, is an important step in the fabrication process. Within a moment's notice, we are able to handle and place an entire load onto a trailer for quick delivery to a job site. Finally, the last stage in our process is shipping. Our transit company, Merrill Steel Transit Services, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Merrill Steel Incorporated, consisting of more than 20 state-of-the-art trucks designed for transporting oversized and overweight shipments, along with hundreds of trailers ranging from 48-foot flatbeds to heavy-haul Jeep and booster combinations. We employ only the most highly skilled professional drivers, highly experienced mechanics, and knowledgeable office staff who work as a team to provide cost-effective service in a timely manner. Our shipping fleet is a major reason why we are able to be competitive throughout North America, including the contiguous 48 states, Alaska, and Canada. Thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about us. We look forward to having you join us in building it big.
Here and play our best basketball. We want to be the spoilers. It's a rare opportunity you get to play with just no fear. You know, you come in as the aggressor. You just got to put all your chips on the table and just go for it. And I think that's what we did tonight.
Did Coach mention anything at halftime about this team's ability to come back?
Oh yeah. He said you got to just keep going. You got to keep laying it on. They're going to come back, and you got to keep going because you lay it on, and then it's only a 5-point lead because they're coming back. So I think we just kept going, kept putting the ball in the basket, and kept looking to score, and that's really what changed the game.
You guys took care of the ball. You shot threes incredibly low early in the game. That set the tone for the rest of the game, right?
Yeah, it's always nice to play Auburndale with a lead, and we came out firing.
Now, this might not be the last time we see them.
Oh,
right?
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Next Saturday, good chance you're going to be right back in here. Have you guys talked about that leading up to the
game? Yeah, we just got done talking about it. We want to be right back here having the same feeling on Saturday night.
Fantastic. Let's get Drew in here. Don't go far. Don't go far.
Stand there together. Stand like you're on the same team.
Yeah. There you go. I just asked Drew how practice was the last couple days after a really tough game against Edgar, having to come back, play Auburndale, a team that took you guys to double overtime the first time through. How tough was practice?
You know, practice, it's just like every other day. You know, no matter if you win by 20 or you lose by 20 or lose in double overtime or win in double overtime, it's the same intensity every single day. And me and Drew both know that if you don't have the same intensity every single day, you're not going to get any better.
So, how tall are you? 6'1"?
6'3".
6'3"?
I'm not that short.
Really? Are you? I'm 5'6". Maybe.
With shoes.
Yeah. So you led the conference in rebounds this year, right? Do you take pride in that? Did you even know that?
I did not even know that, but I obviously got to take pride in it. Rebounds are a big key to the game. I mean, look at Dennis Rodman. He averaged 12 boards a game and led the Bulls to a championship with Michael Jordan.
He also wore wedding dresses all the time.
I'm not. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he was great on that 96, 97, 98 Bulls teams. Fantastic. Going against Tom tonight, Tom Awi, 6'7", 6'8", whatever he is, big. Still able to score inside. How did you go about doing that?
You know, playing against these big guys like Grant, having to practice against him, the key to always that is getting your shoulder into a big guy and getting it up and over. If you try and force through it by just muscling out, you're not going to get it because he's going to go straight up and block it. So the key is getting that shoulder in and getting it up and over. That's the way I think about it.
So playoffs start on Tuesday. You guys are off, right? Are you guys going to be trying to watch, try to see what's going on in that Phillips-Shawamigan game?
Yeah, we'll definitely keep our eye on it. We might go to a game or two, but just going to have a good time, enjoy a bye night, rest up, and get ready for it on Friday.
Love it. All right, you guys get together, be close. I don't think you guys have both been in the house together.
No.
Fantastic.
Together? All right, at the same time.
I'm Drew Wolfel, and I'm in the house.
You're
True Thurs.
I know, I thought you were going to say Drew Wolfel and True Thurs.
We're keeping it. That's a keeper.
No. I thought you were going to say Drew Wolfel and True Thurs, but you just said Drew Wolfel. I don't want to ruin it.
Oh, well, it's a keeper.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Hey, guys, have a good night, everybody. See you next time.